In the last episode, we saw Aaron and Crichton share the love of a lifetime. Well lived and well forgotten. So there's that. Stark's back. Can't wait to see what we're in for today. The exciting thing for me, and maybe for you too, was Stark brought news to Dargo about his son. Jotham is alive. That was all. It was just good news. He knows where he is probably. All good news, nothing bad. Oh wait, hang on. About to be sold as a slave. So I guess we have a mission. And my big question is, will that be where we pick up today? Or I think it's equally possible that maybe we have to a detour or two before we get there. That I think is the challenge of space. You know, there's so much space everywhere. It takes a while to get from place to place, and sometimes there are adventures to be had on our journey. So maybe we're there ready to rescue Jotham right now. Or maybe something else will happen altogether. It is Farscape after all. The strangest and most interesting show ever. Ever? Of all time? I mean, come on. It's pretty awesome and pretty crazy. Thanks for watching, by the way. Check me out on Patreon if you want to support the channel. Over there, you can watch the next 8 weeks worth of reactions right now if you want, of course, as well as full episode reactions. You just need your own copy to sync with my reaction. So check that out if you want to right now. Thank you so much for being here. I'm excited. We're going to experience this episode for the very first time.
The invitation was for all of you.
The others are still in the transport pod.
Prudent, but unnecessary. Talyn, scan Officer Soot.
Crais and Talyn are back. We just jumped right into that. No build up.
Unarmed, as I requested.
And you're still armed? How are we supposed to trust you?
Talyn, I am now engaging privacy mode and full manual overrides.
Oh my gosh.
I will re-link with you within the hour.
That thing looked like it had been
My
used.
mind and Talyn's are no longer joined. I am, therefore, defenseless.
Has Talyn grown bigger since last we saw him?
Is, Cannon sure looks bigger.
He has indeed grown.
Of course.
Moya is pleased that he's healthy and happy.
How happy can he be under the control of that madman Crais?
Quite happy, or so he claims. And he insists that Crais hasn't mistreated him.
I'm sure that's true. Crais loves his worship.
I called for a truce, Crichton. I'm a man of my word.
When did that start?
Cardago, Ozan,
Oh, freak.
Bannock slave.
A Bannock, yes, but no longer a slave.
You're at Scorpius' Gamic base, prisoner with Crichton.
I'm flattered you remember me. My name is Stark.
Shall we skip the meet and greet?
Despite my best efforts, Talyn is becoming more aggressive, more destructive.
Really?
You must help me disarm him.
Wow. I didn't peg Talyn being the worst of the two of
Another
them.
vessel is approaching fast.
Who and why?
It's a Placavian ship.
Is that good or bad?
Bad, very bad.
What's Talyn doing?
He's destroying it, obviously. Wow, that is a big gun. It's not so bad. Talyn's got us covered, but who are they? What did they want?
Crank up the docking web, open the barn door, and pull us in.
Yeah, let's get out of here.
Talyn's going into starburst.
Okay. Bye. Think they're gonna chase after him, or
You must hurry. A second Placavian vessel is closing in.
us? Oh, that thing's massive.
Crichton, anybody?
Okay, so what a way to open the episode. Okay, Crais and Talyn were back. Boom, immediately. Boom. So glad to see them again. And they're gone just as fast. But Crais asked us to help him disarm Talyn. Talyn is becoming more aggressive. I didn't peg Talyn between the two of them being the one who's more aggressive. That's fascinating and disturbing. And I still hold Crais responsible for whatever Talyn does, because Crais is responsible for Talyn's existence. Boo. Very interesting, though. Wow. I'm curious, the Placavians, what have they done to Talyn to make Talyn immediately so let's destroy them? Or was Talyn even right to destroy them? I don't know.
How is everybody?
Dargo's still out, but he doesn't seem to be hurt.
Wake up, Dargo.
Where's Aaron?
We don't know. She wasn't here when we all awoke.
Aaron?
Oh.
Pilot.
The reverb.
Sparky!
No, the comms aren't working. Whatever immobilized us in the transport pod knocked out the comms as well.
The dampening net. It's the only Plakovian weapon that isn't lethal.
Aaron!
Wow.
Aaron!
Wow, how far down does that go?
It's hard to tell. We don't have a rock?
That's a long way down.
You! This is all your fault! Stop it! But he...
What? Wait, what did he do? Did I miss something?
Where's Aaron?
Good question.
Great question.
Bad answer.
True, yeah.
I've told you, no one is responsible.
Interrogation.
Someone is. You destroyed a Placavian vessel.
You say Talyn is a living ship. Is Talyn responsible?
There is no way that Talyn could have fired that cannon on his own. His manual overrides were engaged.
Then one of you must have fired it.
The one who fled on Talyn. Crais.
He was nowhere near the weapons console.
Well, then who did it? Was it Talyn? Is there a third party? Or does Aaron just not know what is going on?
We should just execute all of you. Then we could be sure that the guilty party was punished.
That's not how justice should work. Kill everybody to make sure the guilty is punished. Oh gosh.
You're protecting yourself, aren't you?
No, I'm telling you what happened.
Tell me again without the lies!
Start from where the others joined you on Talyn.
Dargo, Zan, Stark followed Crichton in.
Oh good, there's more to the
Zan,
story. I was
join
like,
us.
what?
A Bannock slave.
Bannock, yes, but no longer a slave.
You were on Scorpius's Gamic base. A prisoner with Crichton.
Flattered you remember me. My name is Stark.
Why did you phone us?
Despite my best efforts, Talyn is becoming more aggressive. I need your help to disarm him.
Disarm Talyn.
Not entirely. We still need to protect ourselves, of course. I merely wish to make his armament non-lethal by trading his main cannon for a dampening net, which will incapacitate hostile vessels.
Where will you obtain a dampening net?
A Placavian arms dealer.
The Placavians, are you serious?
Who are the Placavians?
They're a race who build powerful and dangerous weapons.
What I want is a simple dampening net.
Peacekeeper lies. This has to be a trap to get more dangerous weapons aboard Talyn.
Hear him out, Dargo.
If Crais is right about this dampening net being non-lethal, then maybe it's a good thing for Talyn.
Exactly. We would need to supervise the installation, of course.
Certainly.
I see a potential difficulty here. What if Talyn doesn't want us frelling with his weaponry?
He will if I say it's okay.
I need your help, and Moya's, to convince Talyn to accept the modifications.
I will not be a party to this.
Yeah, I have a problem. I mean, come here. What do we know about these Placaboids?
It's Placavians, John, and how much do we really need to know? It's a simple transaction.
One that benefits Talyn.
If we really want to help Talyn, then we should kill Crais!
I am up with that.
That doesn't help anything.
Indeed not. Talyn would become more destructive without my guidance.
You mean your control?
I can only control him to a point. I can't even convince him to use his weapons as a last resort.
Perhaps there I might have more success. I'm willing to link up with Talyn for a direct conversation.
Crais is the only one that Talyn trusts.
That is Talyn's mistake.
How are we going to trust Crais again?
I have not misused Talyn's power. I've only used it in self-defense.
Well, maybe Crais is right, John. We do know of Talyn's encounter with the Holosians.
They attacked us. It was all that I could do to stop Talyn from utterly destroying them.
Aaron, what a stack of dren.
I have changed, Crichton. My only concern is for Talyn's protection. Left unchecked, his aggressiveness will lead to disaster.
I hate that I believe him. I don't want to believe Crais. Darn it, but I do. Am I naive? Usually.
They are armed. Very well armed.
We better raise the defense screen just in case.
No, that may be interpreted as a sign of bad faith.
But with Talyn's defenses on manual override, he can't defend himself.
Is there a problem, Crais?
No problem. Let's discuss the terms.
What does lead to the destruction of the first Placavian ship?
Who fired that shot?
We have no idea.
Turn off the privacy mode. We'll tell him ourselves, Aaron. Don't give him back that transponder.
I have another. You fraud us!
Well, that tracks.
Taking over Talyn again!
My ship now!
No, Aaron, we have to go.
It escalated so fast.
I would have tried to remove Crais' transponder and forced him to stay, but the others wouldn't risk it. So we all left in the transport pod and watched Talyn starburst away.
The cannon just went off by itself. No one had anything to do with it.
You understand, we might find that difficult to accept.
It was her experience. I don't know if it's the truth. I still think maybe Talyn did it himself. I don't know. I hope I'm wrong.
Pilot, are we moving?
Yes. Moya's looking for Talyn.
Talyn starburst away. Moya hasn't got a skizzic's chance of finding him.
She may not, but she wishes to try anyway.
What about Crichton and the others?
Our absence will not change this situation. However, if Moya locates Talyn, she might persuade him to return with us and help free them.
Might.
We don't know what she'll do.
There's nothing to hold on to.
Yeah, don't fall off. Although that would make a louder thud than your spit, I'm sure.
Sooner or later, one of us is gonna have to find a bathroom.
Also would give us a louder thud than the spit. Okay, sorry. If Rajah was here, he would have done so already.
We'll all be questioned. Don't lie to them. Lying will get us all executed.
What did you tell them?
The truth.
Oh, God, I missed you so much. God, I was so worried about you.
Play along.
Zotazan.
I missed you too, John. Hold me.
Are they listening?
I have to assume so. I told them no one was responsible for firing Talon's weapons, that he must have malfunctioned.
It's not much of a story.
Only one I had.
Gotta let the others know.
John.
Well, we didn't get to let her know, but maybe that was her experience too.
Talyn had been experiencing some problems with his circuitry.
Please resume your testimony. You are about to enter Talyn's bridge.
Crichton went first, and
You were on Scorpius's gamic base, prisoner with Crichton.
I'm flattered you remember me. My name is Stark.
Can we skip the meet and greet?
I like that we're seeing it from different POVs.
where will you obtain a dampening net?
From a Placavian arms dealer.
Placavians?
I've heard of them. Quite far advanced technologically. Strong believers in truth and justice.
I like that she's the expert in her story.
You can supervise the installation yourself.
You'll need our help and Moya's if you want to sedate Talyn for the modifications.
Oh, wow, that I hadn't thought about that. Talyn might not want to give his cannon, right?
Talyn was designed by peacekeepers. Peacekeepers never give up their weapons. But it's in his best interest, so we should let Crais do it.
Yeah, I guess we should.
Sounds very reasonable to me.
You're saying that nobody had a problem with Crais's plan?
No, of course they did. And that's when Dargo lost his temper. Well, he's a Luxon, and Luxons are subject to fits of hyperrage. And he lost his son, you know. That made him edgy.
What if this is just a trick to get even worse weapons aboard Talyn?
That's a good point. Dargo makes a good point.
Dargo is thinking with his Mivonks again.
If this is a trick, Crais, I'll break your neck.
No trick. I just want to help Talyn.
He doesn't need your help.
He most certainly does. Talyn would be even more destructive without my guidance.
Don't you mean your control?
I only control him to a point. Believe me, it's been hard to convince Talyn the use of his weapons should only be as a last resort.
Then let me communicate with him. I'll teach him to behave.
Officer Sun, Talyn trusts me.
I sure don't.
I have not misused Talyn's power. I've only fired his cannons in self-defense.
Yes, he may be speaking the truth. Consider his encounter with the Holosians. He could have destroyed them, but he didn't.
Correct. They attacked us, but I showed restraint. Now, doesn't that demonstrate my good intentions? The Placavians' vessels are here.
Crais, we're here.
Right on schedule.
Your ship is still active.
Manual
Beautiful ship, isn't it?
Quite aesthetically pleasing.
Weapons console malfunction. No, stay away.
We have to disarm it.
You might set it off.
Sheesh. It really just seems like the shot came out of nowhere.
Leave now, or I'll force you.
There's another transponder.
Now go!
I appreciate a lot of the subtle differences between the first time we watched this and this time. I'm not sure if I watched, I think this airs first, but I recently watched an episode of Supernatural that had a similar mechanic with people telling stories. We'd see it differently depending on who was telling it.
An ex-peacekeeper captain who abandoned his own people and abducted Talyn. He's completely power mad. The reformed Crais is just an act. Crichton wasn't buying it either.
You expect us to help you?
You must help me. Talyn is refusing to permit any modifications.
Good for Talyn.
Evidently, your control over him isn't as absolute as you thought.
John, give me the word, and I'll break his neck.
You don't dare. Talyn will be lost without my guidance. He needs a captain. He chose me.
Well, perhaps we should override that choice.
I have not misused Talyn's power. I've only fired his cannons in self-defense.
As you did with the Holosians.
They attacked us. I spared their lives. I'm not a killer.
I don't care what you say. We're not going to help you.
I love how everyone's just so direct in this version of the story. Stark's just get into the meat of the matter.
Crais, your ship is still active.
Never mind. Our deal is cancelled.
What?
I cannot permit that. Contract stands.
But his version...
That's not what the others told us.
What?
You want us to believe they're protecting Crais?
No.
They're protecting Talyn. They know you'd have to destroy Talyn to bring Crais to justice.
And you don't care about Talyn?
Not as much as I care about the others. Besides, you may never catch them.
Maybe that's what happened. Honestly, I don't know what to believe.
Unless we hear the truth, you will all be executed.
What did you say to them?
Leave me alone.
Tell me! I said, get away from me!
My mask! Give me my mask!
Thank goodness it didn't fall.
Help me!
Oh, it's gonna fall!
Help me!
Thank you, Pa.
What the hell was that? My mask keeps my energies in check. I wasn't prepared to lose it. I lost control. I wasn't focused.
Doggo, that didn't help.
Oh, and Stark's lies will.
Call Dargo.
I'll tell them what I really saw.
Placavians! You farbot!
And who are the Placavians?
Barbarians, murderers, builders of horrific weapons.
He's so dramatic.
They're felling savages who deal in death.
Savages.
That was the word he used. Then Aaron decided to step in and defend Crais.
Crais only wants a dampening net.
Dren, I think he wants to equip Talyn with even deadlier weapons.
You know what I think? I think you are right.
I think you are right.
You can supervise the installation yourself.
No, we must leave now.
You can't leave. I need your help and Moya's to sedate Talyn for the modifications.
We will not be a party to this.
We must stop the Placovians. They're evil. Their weapons have helped enslave many worlds, including mine.
Oh, it really is personal for him.
I think I know how to help Talyn. Why don't we break Crais' neck?
I am down with that.
Violence will not solve the problem.
It would be even more destructive without my guidance.
You mean your control?
I only control him to a point.
I could help with that if you'd let me.
He won't. He wants to keep Talyn's powers for his own selfish purposes.
Yeah.
Oh, that Crichton's just. Dargo is like, yes, man.
Privacy mode is engaged. Talyn can't hear this conversation.
It's well armed.
Look at the cargo analysis.
Novogen gas. Eat you alive from the inside out.
We can't let Crais get near these monsters. We have to strike first.
And there it is. Oh, whoa.
Stark fired the cannon.
Yes, but I will never mourn the death of someone who deals in Novogen gas.
Then why turn Stark in?
Because the rest of us should not be responsible for something that he alone did.
Interesting that Dargo would kind of turn on Stark like this. Like, doesn't Stark know the information about his son? Is that not relevant to his life right now?
But you didn't fire the cannon.
I know I didn't. You have to believe me.
Well, I have no idea what happened.
Just between you and me, what are our chances of finding Talyn?
Minuscule.
So what are we doing?
Moya feels guilty.
Why? Because Talyn blew up some weapons dealer. Well, if you ask me, they had it coming.
Talyn's her son, Chiana. She feels responsible for what he does.
Yeah, but doesn't she also feel responsible for Dargo, Crichton, Zan, Aaron? Don't you? You're the pilot.
I will not force her to abandon the search, but I will ask her.
But what if they manage to escape in the transport pod and we're not there to get them?
Moya understands your concern, and she agrees with it.
She does.
I'm setting a return course now.
I'm glad they're going back, but I also feel like I want her to find Talyn.
John Crichton.
Good, he's up. Maybe he will present the truth.
Who fired the cannon?
Nobody did. It must have been a malfunction.
Stark was at the weapons console. He was frantic. Before I could stop him, he fired the cannon.
I love Dargo's protection over Crichton's face.
Dargo said that.
Was he lying?
He was confused. Stark's never even been aboard Talyn. He probably wouldn't know how to find the weapons console.
Well, that's a good point.
Dargo sees Stark near the weapons console, so after the Big Bang, assumes it's Stark because Stark was the closest.
Well, no, I never approached the weapons console. When it malfunctioned, Crichton started toward it, but Aaron told him not to touch it.
Then you were the closest.
Everybody's stories are going to be a little different.
That's awesome.
Nobody sees things the exact same way.
Correct, yeah.
We do.
What, 10 Plockovoids see a fender bender, you get 10 identical reports?
Yes.
Impressive.
Well, the rest of the universe doesn't work that way. There's going to be some inconsistencies.
Such as this one?
Then Crais got angry and marched over to the weapons console, pressed a control.
Pretty big
That's
discrepancy.
when the cannon fired.
Stark hates peacekeepers. He'd like to see you go after Crais, even if Crais didn't destroy your ship.
Stop! We have heard enough.
You're all lying. Further testimony is a waste of time.
Oh.
The executions will begin immediately.
So much uglier than I expected. Ugliest alien creatures ever?
Same everywhere. Good cop, bad cop.
You think we're bluffing?
Nope. I don't think you give a damn about the truth. I think you're looking for a scapegoat.
We want justice.
All right, then listen up. Yes, we are lying. You say we're gonna be executed at dawn. Is it some big surprise that we cover for one another?
No, but it must stop.
Okay, it stops here. I'll give it to you straight. I don't know what happened. Probably never will. Could have been Stark, could have been Crais, could have been any one of us. Best I can do is tell you what I saw. No coverings, no editorials, no axes to grind. Does that work for you?
Sure.
The Plockovoids? Are you Farbot?
Who are the Plockovoids?
A dangerous race who build horrific weapons. Shatter grenades that turn bones to powder. Seismic disruptors that can destroy entire planets. And Novatron gas which eats your body alive.
That's gross.
What's your point? All I want is a dampening net.
Suppose what you really want is to install even deadlier weapons on Talyn.
You can supervise the installation yourself. In fact, I'll need your help and Moya's to sedate Talyn for the modification. He won't part with his cannon willingly.
Right.
Interesting. Can you blame him for that?
No, we cannot be a party to this.
We can't have anything to do with this. The Plockovoids are an evil race. Their weapons have helped enslave many worlds, including my own.
This weapon will help Talyn.
I know a way we can help Talyn. Why don't we just break your neck?
That would exacerbate the problem. Talyn would be even more destructive without my guidance.
You mean your control?
Only control him to a point. And I can't seem to convince him that the use of his weapon should only be as a last resort.
Perhaps another captain would have more success.
Doubtful. He trusts me.
Then he's the only one around here who does.
I have not misused Talyn's power. I've only fired his cannons in self-defense.
John, we do know of Talyn's encounter with the Holosians.
Correct, they attacked us. Was all I could do to stop Talyn from finishing them off. I have changed, Crichton. My only concern is for Talyn's protection. Left unchecked, his aggressiveness will lead to disaster. The solution I propose...
They're here.
Crais, assuming we want to neuter Talyn, are these really the people we want to be in business with?
Do you know anyone else who could provide Talyn what he needs?
Crais, we've arrived.
Yes, you're ahead of schedule.
Your ship is still active.
Privacy mode is engaged. Talyn can't hear this conversation.
Stark, what are you doing?
We have to strike first.
What have you done? And then Crais forced us off the ship.
You assert that Stark did touch something at the weapons console.
After I shut down the console, with the safety on, Stark couldn't do a thing. He did not fire the cannon.
So...
Nobody did. And that's how I saw it.
We're back to possibly somehow Talyn.
There's nothing Crichton can do.
I don't know.
I'm going to be executed. When the hell I'll do it? Pulse fire, strangulation, maybe even Novatron gas.
They mentioned something called dispersal.
What else did they say?
I didn't ask for details.
Sounds bad, though.
There's a remote chance that I could survive dispersal. My physical form is only part of my reality. Much of me is energy that I can control and project.
The energy his mask holds in.
Maybe if I'm prepared for it, I can transfer enough of myself into another realm to survive.
I really don't understand what he is.
Know that creatures like Moldus can be dispersed and recoalesce.
Maybe I can return to this realm someday.
Sounds nice. Zan would really like that.
I don't believe it either. But even a remote possibility is...
Oh.
We have considered your testimonies and reached a conclusion. Your lack of candor gives us no choice but to have you all put to death.
I don't know. We're barbarians after all.
Start with the Peacekeeper.
Why her?
Wait! I cannot let the others die on my behalf. I have to tell the truth. I fired on the Blockavian ship and destroyed it.
Stark, don't!
Oh no, whoa. Oh, please stop. What, huh? How'd they do that?
You freely confess your crime?
Yes, I do. Does that surprise you?
Not in the least.
You were our prime suspect from the start.
I thank you all for the great risks you took to save a mere Bannock slave.
No longer a slave.
You have confessed to the crime of murder. Are you ready to accept the penalty?
Doesn't seem like something he could survive. Wow.
The Placavian ship has departed, and Moya's ready to starburst once you're back aboard.
Thank you, pilot.
I misjudged Stark. I thought he was trying to save himself, but he was really trying to save us all. He shouldn't have died for his crime.
Stark committed no crime.
I saw him fire the cannon.
So did I.
You saw him press the fire button. I had shut down the weapons console so he couldn't fire.
Did you know what else would happen when you neutralized the controls?
Talyn got control back.
I knew that shutting down the weapons console would kill the manual override, yeah.
You returned control of the weapons to Talyn.
So some lied to protect.
Talyn fire.
When Talyn scanned the arms dealer's cargo, he asked Moya what it was. She realized it was Novatrin gas, one of the 6 forbidden cargoes no Leviathan may carry.
Moya clued him in.
And Talyn destroyed that ship. He thought he was protecting Moya.
Everyone did what they did to protect someone else. Some people lied to protect Stark, some lied to protect Talyn. Darn. Of course, Dargo's thinking about Jothi.
You'll find him.
I know I will. But only because Stark came back to tell me where he was. Why did he do that?
He felt he owed you and Crichton a debt. Maybe this was his way of repaying it.
I've become so distrustful of people. Even when they're trying to help me.
So many people are
What does that say about what I've become?
not trustworthy, but yeah, it's better to trust people, I suppose.
When the Placavians were questioning you, why didn't you try to finger Crais?
What if they believed me? They probably would have gone after Crais, and they would have had to kill Talyn to get to him.
So you were protecting Talyn?
Of course.
And that's it?
Yes. Can I ask you something? Do you think it's possible that Stark survived?
I don't know. Maybe because his glowing thing was glowing dark instead? Maybe he had pushed it.
Since I got here, I've seen a lot of impossible things.
Oh, I don't understand him. Maybe. But, like, it's a small chance.
Well, Zan thinks it's possible.
Yeah, she says she does. I don't think she believes it.
It's a difficult thing to believe. When Zan cries are the bluest tears imaginable. I'm gonna assume that maybe he survived, but is in a great deal of pain. I don't even know. Either way, it's somewhat horrific. Oh, this is one that'll be fun to kind of revisit and just track specifically the different POVs and the different characterizations of everyone and make note of who was telling which story and whatnot. But I love that. So, you know, especially the ones who definitely were lying, they all lied for different reasons. So much of the motivations in this episode were motivated by protecting someone they love, someone they care about. Aaron, Talyn, although it seemed like Crichton was maybe worried that she wanted to protect Crais instead. Maybe he was right to have that worry. I don't know. But it was interesting. Others, especially Zan, lied to protect Stark, because not everyone knew that Crichton disabled the weapons, thus reverting manual control back, or turning off manual override. Just yikes. And even Talyn didn't do it just to do it for aggression. He was doing it to protect Moya. Worried about that gas, one of the 6 forbidden whatevers that a Leviathan must never carry. And yeah, I like that exists, because that gas does sound horrifying. Oh boy, I wonder if there's a complete list or somewhere that I could look at that's not spoilery. But I mean, that's just like an interesting thing to exist. This was a fun episode, but a good episode that definitely left with a feeling of like, oh no. Just, while I do think he didn't die, I think Stark's alive. Is alive even the right word for it? I think he will survive, but I think it's hard to even imagine. I don't fully understand what he is or how he can like travel between realities or what. But yeah, hopefully he's alive out there somewhere. It's nice to see the bond he has with Zan, especially after what they experienced in the last episode. I think that's one of the strengths of the last episode, was the fact that they remembered, only they really truly experienced everything, and that did. They created a genuine bond between them that is very nice to see carried over and built upon in this episode. It made it so sad. I know, because I feel sad. I'm glad we mentioned Dargo's son here, Jothi, and the role that Stark played in turning him on to the hunt to go save his son. I was not surprised that we had that we weren't immediately directly going after it right away. Somewhat the nature of traditional television, and so I didn't know what the story was going to be. I certainly didn't expect. I guess I should have expected Crais and Talyn to show up again soon, because it's been a while. It's been a while, since we'd seen them. But I didn't expect them to just be there at the start of the episode and then be off again until maybe the finale. I don't know. But it's good to see them, good to touch base on them and that storyline. And so there's a lot of elements in the periphery of the season. I can't wait to see how it all comes together towards the end here and moving even into future seasons of the show. I'm sure that the show is just taking its time and building and laying out this story, and things will come together at various moments, and I'm confident it'll be so satisfying. I can't wait. And but until then, thank you for watching. Check me out on Patreon if you want to support the channel, and I'll see you in the next one.